So, if you've never played a Falcom game before, first of all, you're missing out. But second of all, more importantly, there's something very important you need to know. And that's that Falcom doesn't really do irony or, like, deconstruction or anything along those lines. When they do something, they do it earnestly. They commit to it. And I need you to bear that in mind, that the next 20 minutes are going to be, unfortunately, very painful. Because Tokyo Xanadu is, at least on its face, a high school anime. I'm sorry. The next 20 minutes are going to be nothing but establishment shots. And every single one of these characters are exactly who you think they are.
Yeah, I mentioned that to Artix over the anime intro where the commentary got cut is basically like, oh, I see they're just going rapid fire really quickly, just establishing exactly who everyone is through stereotypes that take exactly 1 second of animation to portray.
Would you like to guess who this character is?
I'm guessing this is the childhood friend romance, the one that is gonna lose the romantic tug-of-war between her and Asuka.
Full marks, my friend. Full marks.
Fuck yes.
Man, my guess was gonna be like older sister until she said your mom, so...
You know, that's a good question. How did Ku get home last night? Considering the last place we saw him was passed out underneath a bridge.
And getting brain wiped, no less, so...
Did Asuka open up another door and just kick him through it, then just teleported him home?
I'm thinking this game has a lot of big don't worry about it energy to it, when it comes to the nitty-gritty details like that.
Anyway, don't mind the calendar thing. It's not... It's completely irrelevant. It's solely there to kind of judge time between things happening.
Oh, so we're not playing on like a day-to-day basis like we would be in Persona?
No.
It's just not half gating sim like Persona is.
Or there's like no ticking clock element to it like Persona sometimes whips out too. Alright, so should we establish some kind of quote-unquote drinking game for the thread of just like, okay, just count up all the TV tropes articles that you can like compile for each video that we go through?
I mean, this video is going to be the worst. After this, it will get substantially better.
Whoever manages to accumulate the most legitimate TV tropes articles in one post will win a free avatar from Something Awful Forms moderator Blind Sally.
Man, what a generous guy, that Blind Sally.
He's so generous.
Yeah, he just loves giving out free avatars.
Anyway, let's meet our shitty friends.
Oh great, it's those two guys who are in literally every fucking anime ever. So again, basically, yeah, you've got Jock and sort of Nerd, who are basically, like, C-tier level characters in the cast order, and the main tension about their characterization is they may or may not get powers at a certain point, depending on, like, what the writer is feeling or how the plot goes. And if they do, they're usually, like, again, Z-tier level shitty also-ran powers. Again, The example I'm going to in my mind immediately right now is just Kazu and Kenta from Digimon Tamers, where, like, sure, they technically get Digimon at, like, the end of the series, but they're both really shitty and they never fight or do anything awesome, so...
See, my immediate point is that Ryota is the he's the Yosuke. If I say he's the Yosuke, you know exactly what I mean.
I feel like she didn't need the small teacher superlative when she's got the little footstool there.
Yeah, so Toa is a character from Trails of Cold Steel, and they just put her in this game for some reason.
Meanwhile, I still can't get over the fact that she stepped off the step stool and her height did not change at all, so like it just kind of looked like she was just floating in midair as she was walking through the rest of that cutscene. Again, I'm gonna guess just in general that, like, blocking is not a thing in this game at all.
Anyway, yeah, if you missed this little detail, she's our cousin.
For fuck's sake.
So...
Let me guess, she's also 18 in, like, a million scare quotes as well, yes?
I don't know, I don't really want to know, to be honest.
I'm just assuming a new teacher, that's all.
I do empathize with Ku very strongly there.
Part of me wants to try to see if her math is actually right, but I also don't remember these formulas at all.
It kinda checks out. Like, I haven't done it myself either, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
I was gonna say, like, someone in the thread is probably going to, run the math and see if it works or not.
Thanks, Ryota.
Asuka's an international student? He said?
Yes, she's the transfer student, don't you know?
Transferring from where?
Yeah, especially considering she's got a Japanese name, so...
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment.
I just want to know how many jokes about Asuka Soryu I can make.
I mean, she does seem like the kind of person who would just randomly, like, kick and punch the male protagonist in a fit of rage over some dumb bullshit, so you're probably gonna get a lot of chances, Argate.
Probably, but she seems way more reserved than, bad Asuka.
I just want to see her Hurricane Rana someone like WWE Asuka.
Anyway, have we mentioned that Ryota is the shitty horny friend yet? Because he definitely is.
Yep.
だってまさかのこうくんだぜ。いつもの癖なんだぜ。
まあもう何度もうるせえ。大体お前どっちかっつうと年上好みじゃなかったか。あんな子供っぽいのでもいいのかよ。
ばっか。とわちゃんはそれがまたいいんだろうが。
So not only is he the Yosuke, he's also the Kenji?
こうなったら俺も
God, that's kind of horrifying, actually.
ああ、去年はしょっぱなから散々だったもんな。
He's also got probably a little bit of like Ryota. Oh no, that's his actual name. Like what? No, what? Isn't it? It's Ryoji, the one from 5.
Skull. He's got some skull in there. We'll go with that.
I don't know, I mean, overall, Ryuji's a good dude. Like, probably the best of, like, the best friend characters in Persona, but...
Oh, but that's the thing, I only made it about, like, 4 hours into Persona 5, which, doesn't even clear the first dungeon, so, my impression of, like, Ryota is, still kind of just, like, shitty first impression Ryota. Like, before his character development.
We're talking about Ryuji, right?
Ryuji. Fuck this stupid game, all of it. This goddamn anime convergence bullshit.
Well, take my word for it. Ryuji is legitimately pretty great. He's got a couple of, sour spots, but overall, he's a very good boy.
To be fair, most of those sour spots involve the cat, which is just the worst character all around.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the fucking go-to-bed cat.
You got better about that in, Royal, at least.
だから違うっつの。別にそんなつもりはねえよ。ただちょっとな。
ちょっと？
So wait, does he remember the anime bullshit that from last night, or did he not?
The impression is that he sort of does.
God, to think he had the perfect way out of all of this madness, and it's like just... It's somehow just still sticking in his mind, and he's of course going to try and pick at the thread.
自分の後ろに何かいるようなそんな感じというか。
何か。
まさかストーカーか何かとか？多分違うと思う。ちゃんと確かめたわけじゃないから何とも言えないけど。
よくわからん話だな。もしかしてあれか？季節外れの幽霊でも出たとか？
もう亮太ってばもう少し真面目に考えて。もしかするとそうなのかも。なんていうか人の気配とはちょっと違うような気もするし。
え？いやだな、しおりちゃん。本気にしないでくれってばよ。
不思議な話だね。
ま、とにかく何かあったらすぐ言えよ。バイトがある日だって家まで一緒に帰るくらいはできるだろうからな。
こうちゃんありがとう。亮太くんに純くんもあんまり心配しないでね。
I'm guessing everything will not be fine for her.
What are you talking about? Everything's gonna be just fine.
みんな気をつけて帰ってね。柊さん、これお願い。起立。で。
さてと、今日のお勤めもようやく終わったことだし、みんなでどこかに遊びに行かね？
なんだやぶから棒に。
いやー、今日は部活が休みでさ、親父たちも商店街の会合っていうか宴会でいねえから結構暇してんだよな。
そっか、僕は別に構わないけど。私も家に連絡を入れたら大丈夫だと思う。こうちゃんはどうする？
ああ、悪い。 バイトが入ってる。
マジかよ。バイトって昨日じゃなかったのか？
ああ、今日はレンガ小道のアンティーク屋に呼ばれててな。いつも他のバイトを紹介とかしてもらってるから、なかなか断れないんだよ。
I was gonna say, like, Ryota's like, wait, didn't you work yesterday too? And I'm going like, yes, Ryota, that's considered having a job.
海外出張中なんだっけ？
Yeah, I was gonna be like, yes. As it turns out, Ku is the worst kind of person. Gainfully employed.
おじさんたちから生活費は十分もらってるはずだよね。
いろいろ差し引いたら小遣いなんて全然残らなくてな。
What does he do for his job? It sounds like he just kinda gets sent to a bunch of different places?
Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. The lady at the antique shop basically just kind of farms him out to whoever needs help.
もう、とは先生でしょ？でも中学からってアルバイトとか OK だったの？そっか。ジュン君は高校からだから知らないんだ。こうちゃん、表向きはお手伝いとして昔からいろいろと手を出してたの。そうそう。
Very skillfully dodging the question, to which the answer is an unequivocal no.
昨日はまた深夜までアルバイトしてたんだってね。
それは。
いいですか、こうくん。深夜アルバイトは校則違反です。いとこだからって見逃してあげられないからね。そのうちおじいちゃんに知られちゃっても知らないんだから。
I don't know if that's an actual thing or not, but okay.
つうか学校でこうくんはほんとやめてくれ。
I've seen that rule in enough high school anime, so checks out.
Anyway, finally, we have something that resembles the ability to play the game. So, like I said, if you're not familiar with Falcom games, they tend to be a lot more character-driven than plot. So, the Trails games are the most notable uses of this, but this game is a Trails game in all but name. So, essentially, the way that this is gonna work is our phone has a database of literally everything, as it turns out. It will show you where new items have popped up in shops, it will give you a plot recap, it'll tell you what our stats are, and it will give you this little recap on everybody. As you can see, each one has, a number of little nodes on their own little personal storyline, but like, when I say everybody, I mean literally everybody.
Oh no, you're adding 2 people to the nodes now, aren't you?
I mean, these people. Who are these people? Who gives a fuck about these people? Well, Falcom gives a fuck about these people.
I mean, are they gonna be involved in, like, any side quests or whatever, or...?
No, not at all. But they just exist, and if you talk to them throughout the game, they will constantly advance their own little storyline. And this is true of basically every single named NPC in the game.
I gotta hand it to Falcom. I am very impressed with like the links they go to for their world building.
Oh, you don't even know, buddy. You don't even. Just you wait till we go to the library.
Did they write a library's worth of books to fill it up with? Not saying no.
But yeah, see now, if we go back and check our database... So yeah, attempting to 100% the friends list is the road on which madness lies, so just don't. Just don't, please.
There's no Chivo for that, is there?
Oh, there absolutely is a Chivo. Search your heart.
Oh, fucking Christ.
た。通りかかってくれてよかったです。2年生の教室はさすがに行きづらくて。こう先輩、どうかしたんですか？
No, you can just walk up the stairs, like, not that big a deal.
ストップ。
Oh no, the brain wipe from last night, like, literally erased who this girl is in his head.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah, you know, that's how you like to. That's how you really want that childhood friend that you don't recognize anymore scene to go. Like literally. Wait, who were you?
最後に会ったのは小学生だったし。空です。生島空。ほら、ここのエリューの道場で何度かお世話になった。
お前空坊か。じっちゃんのところに修行に来ていた生島流の師範の。
懐かしい呼び方。そうです、あの空です。もうひどいですよ。妹弟子の顔を忘れるなんて。さっきトワさん、トワ先生に挨拶した時はちゃんと覚えててくれましたよ。
悪い。しかし驚いたぜ。確か九州の方だっただろ。引っ越してきたのか？
いえ、私一人で上京しました。生島流を極めんとするならば、若いうちに見聞を広め、己が修行の場を見出すべし。そんな風にお父さん、師範に勧められたものですから。
それで東京組んだりまで。相変わらずの武術一家だな。しかし変われば変わるもんだな。3、4年前は髪型も格好もわんぱく坊主そのものだったじゃねえか。それがスカートなんか履いて、なんつうか成長したもんだぜ。
Thanks, Ku. Very classy.
それは忘れててくださいよ。空。
Yes, please, a third party interject and get this poor girl out of this scene with this asshole immediately.
おう、相沢か。これから部活か。
そう、そこの空とね。なんだ、知り合いだったんだ。そろそろ稽古始まるわよ、空。先に道場行ってるからね。
Why do I immediately get Chie vibes looking at Yaki?
Because she's got the same hair and roughly the same outfit and roughly the same name.
なるほど。空手部に入ったんだな。
Yeah, no, that's. I'm not gonna say that's intentional, but
失礼しますね。そうそう。
there's a lot of things I wouldn't be surprised by.
週一くらいで顔を出すつもりです。よかったらそのうち組手でも付き合ってください。それでは。
やれやれ、こんなところで再会するとは。しかし九重の道場か。ま、そっちは気が向いたらだな。
可愛らしい子ね。時坂くんも今帰り？
ああ、柊もか。もう帰ったかと思ってたが。
クラス委員の仕事で少し呼ばれていたのよ。それでさっきのことはどういう関係なの？もしかして。
ちげえよ。子供の頃の知り合いってだけだ。昔じいさんがやってる道場で何度か顔を合わせててな。
道場？へえ、時坂くんって武術とかやっているのね。ちょっと意外だわ。
ま、最近は全然顔を出しちゃいないが。
I appreciate that the game is very quick to be like, no, hang on. Martial arts might make Ku interesting. Let's not go down that road.
柊とこうして話すのもなんだか珍しいと思ってな。同じクラスになってからまだほとんど話してなかっただろ。
そうね。せっかく同じクラスになれたし、改めてよろしくね。 時坂くん。
ああ。なあ、柊。昔どこかで会ってたなんてことはないよな。
ごめんなさい。時坂くんって意外と面白い人だったんだなって。でも
What about any part of that did you interpret as a joke there?
今時ステイツの男の子だってもう少し工夫すると思うわよ。
I mean, she's probably deflecting a bit, given the events of last night.
待って。気を悪くしないでちょうだい。
There's clearly no one around in the lobby anymore. Like, I'm thinking she needs to bust out the brain wipe again, and I don't know, maybe do a dual strength this time?
昨日の夜のことよ。何をしていたか。
Well, she's got to make sure that he remembers before she busts it out again.
Why take the chance, though?
Yeah, you just kind of, you're better off just waiting to see if anything actually happens.
赤い裂け目。
Now he's gonna remember everything.
化け物。
Yeah, given the fact that this kid is already, like, a completely blank slate to begin with, I don't really think you're gonna be screwing anything up by wiping what's left of his mind anyway.
その後は
Sora's probably not gonna be too happy about that, but you know.
He just remembered my name again! How dare you, Asuka!
それじゃまた明日。
ああ。またな、柊。
Right, so with that out of the way, we have now been granted access to the fast travel menu. It is extremely nice. You can fast travel anywhere for any reason at any time, and it even shows you where everybody is. So, you know, just glancing at it, we can see Sora on the map. Sora's over here, and sure enough, she's hanging out over here by the clubhouse. This will be much more important once we start to get the to bonding events and we have to figure out where the hell everybody is.
So I basically see that we've already technically got some low-grade magic even without all, like, the crazy fantasy bullshit going on, because Ko is clearly not only psychic, but he can teleport as well.
I mean, there's worse powers to have.
Either that or he's slipped GPS trackers onto every one of his important friends now.
Anyway, so, the library, yes. Falcom, as you have noted, really likes their lore. Now, a lesser game would make up, like, a few things and then just be like, you know, here's this book, it's about history. No. No. So, first of all, we want to read books because books increase our wisdom, and wisdom is one of our 3 stats. That's the easy part. The other thing is that these books are everywhere, and every single one of them is 5, 6, 10 pages of flavor text. Every single one. And they do all kinds of magical things with this. There's one particular instance in the Cold Steel series where a character is... So, like, you collect these books that advance this storyline throughout the game in, like, Cold Steel 1, And then by Cold Steel 4, the character who that book was written about actually joins your party, and like everything that you thought was just like this background lore is actually real and their backstory.
Huh.
Falcom fucking loves their books.
I can believe it.
But hey, our friends are hanging out in Station Stair, so we should probably go crash their party.
And last time I heard about the word Station Square and crashing together, the whole town was flooded.